Okay, welcome back to Vacuum Tube Paradise here. We have something very interesting today. This is a pair of Fisher 30C mono preamps. Now, as you probably know, maybe you don't know, Fisher was one of the finest manufacturers of high fidelity equipment in these days. This is 1957, 58. And there is nothing like them. They are spectacular. They are absolutely stunning. We'll take a look at these controls here real quick. This is a pair of them, obviously. There's two, one sitting on top of the other. And as you can see, it has all the, it's got the RIA equalization for the phono. This is tape head, not tape deck. It's a big difference. You would have a tape transport. The wire would come directly from the head of the tape recorder, and you put it into this input microphone, and then you have the three high-level tuner, just monaural, which is just like another aux, and of course an aux. Then we have our loudness contour and rumble filter. So you have two different loudness contours and rumble filter, which is like a just kill high frequencies if you're having issues with rumble or feedback or whatever. Here's your volume control. All right, here's your master volume control right here. And here's your equalization for records between LP and 78. That's the bass. And this side is the treble, which also happens to be the on and off switch. And it's like it's a pot. It's basically a treble control, but it also tells you on the panel how it would affect the equalization of the records. See, it's a 78 LP, etc., etc., etc. And here is this middle part of it, master audio control. There's the model number, 30C, and we're going to take a look at the back. Here's a look at the manuals here. We'll turn this thing around. We're going to take it, and then we're going to take it apart. I'm going to show you how there's an interlock in this cover, so people don't zap. I've never seen this on a piece of Fisher equipment before. I don't think I've never, certainly never in a component. And so you don't zap yourself. We're going to take a look at that. Okay, so now I got this thing opened up, and here's the interlock I was telling you about. See that? When you lift up the lid, it breaks the power connection. So if you want to test this and take voltage measurements, you have to either unscrew this and hook it up, or get it, what they call a cheater cord, which is probably the easier way to go. Both of these preamps are basically untouched. They're just about original. The other one had two broken convenience outlets, which are replaced with original Fisher convenience outlets. These have tiny chips in the back, nothing to scream about, but I'm including two of these, two brand new original Fisher outlets. So if the new owner wants to replace them, he's got original ones. The other ones I had to change them because they were just physically broken off. One capacitor had to be changed because it was physically broken, so because it was ceramic. Here's the other. Here's the mate is down there, all original. So this one I changed, and these are the original Weimers. The Weimer. That's the name of these things, Weimer. These are probably the worst capacitors in the world. These all have got to go. All of them are leaking. They're just terrible. So this thing has got to be rebuilt. It's a very easy rebuild, though. There's really not a lot of stuff in here. It only has one filter cap, which I would change. I mean, you could test it, but it might be good, it might not be, but I would change it. Here's the selenium rectifier, which has to be changed into diodes. Replace this with some diodes, which is very easy to do. In fact, what I do is I use these terminals. I cut off some of the terminals, and I use these as a mounting point with a little tiny terminal strip to mount a new diode, or two diodes, whatever the hell this is. Yeah, it's a really beautiful, simple preamp. It uses 12AT7, 12AX7, and 6267, which is the original Fisher 6267. And we could take a look at the schematic really quick. Really simple circuit. Here's your input. You select the switch. Here's the 6267. It's your input tube. Here is half of the 12AT7. Here's the other half of the 12AT7. Remember, it's a dual triode, 2 tubes in one. And of course, there is the 12AX7, the 2 halves. As you can see, this is very, very simple. That one capacitor that I showed you I changed is this one right here, C13. I believe it is. Yep, this is it right here. See that little curve is the negative. That means it's electrolytic. And the straight is the positive. So the negative goes to ground, which is the way it is most of the time with electrolytics. Not every time, but most of the time. And as you can see, this is a very, very simple. Here's the selenium rectifier, so 2 diodes. So you wire up the 2 diodes like this with a terminal strip on that thing that I just showed you. And you'll be in business. I'm telling you, there's nothing better than this. This is a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous preamp. Here's the parts locator, resistors and the capacitors, if you clue where they are. But it's such a simple thing. It's so easy. This is really easy to work on. And whoever winds up with these is going to be very, very, very happy. This is the original Fisher manual, a copy of it. Okay. Schematic and parts list. They do not make a lot of these preamps. There's only one manual. So I want to say they made less than 10,000 of these. A lot less than 10,000. Here's the parts list. There's the filter cap. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Look, this is readily available. 40 microfarads, 3-section. Yes, this is readily available. You can get a brand new filter cap, no problem. So there you have it. Gorgeous little thing. Look at the beautiful shielded transformer. I mean, this thing is a work of art. This is built like an absolute work. We're going to take a look at the back. Let's put the cover back on. I'm going to take a look at the back. The other thing with these covers, before I close it, is this rubber grommet back here. Wire. That's the original rubber grommet. It's still soft. It's amazing. Both of them have the original rubber grommets. I just replaced the hardware on this, but otherwise, that's the original wire, original power cord. Okay. Okay, here is the back of this thing. Lift it up a little. It's a hum adjust to get the power supply down to like just about 0 hum. Here's your Fisher ID on it with the serial number. There's the 2 outlets. Like I said, there's minor chips on them. I'm going to include 2 outlets to whoever buys these. These are going to be on eBay. Like, they're on eBay now. Anyway, here's the inputs. aux 1, aux 2, tuner, recorder, main. Absolutely phenomenal. These things are outrageous. Look, you have 2 pots, level control. Or it can control the level of aux 1. There's the bottom. Thing is like mint. Original power cord. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous piece. The face panels on these are in actually really good condition, considering that these are solid brass, and most of the Fisher face panels, they're not age well because they were kept in garages, whatever. These things were never kept in a garage. These things were always in, in living quarters, heated and all that jazz. So the face panels did rather well. They aged pretty damn good, I think. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little video about this relatively rare preamp. It's so small. That's what the thing is about this. It's so small, so compact. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a stunningly beautiful preamp. The sound is outrageous. Whoever gets these with a little bit of work, you can't plug these things in the way they are. They need to be rebuilt. You'd have to be crazy to plug these in. But once these things are rebuilt, they are going to be spectacular. And this person is going to have a pair of one of the finest mono preamps ever made. That's it. Take care.